What's going on, guys? My name is Mike, bringing you another game of StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm 1v1 ladders. Currently, I am back in the Bronze League. Somehow had the bright idea of thinking that it would be a good idea to leave my league. I was in gold at the time and redo my placements for fun. Ended up going 2 and 3 and got thrown right back into bronze. So I'm kind of trudging along there right now. I haven't played in a few days, so I built up some bonus pools. So I'm burning a little bit of that off, playing a little bit of ladder games here. And excuse me if I sound a little sniffly, trying to get over some terrible ailment. My opponent today is going to be Mr. UkuleleFury, playing the red Protoss up in the top left corner of Akalon Wastes. And of course here is me playing the the blue Protoss down here in the bottom right. Now we can see right away that there's going to be some shenanigans going on. Ukulele's trying to hide a probe up here in the corner, and he actually has a second probe down here, also hiding in the corner. I'm going down my gateway on 12 here, pretty standard, and then going for a scout right away after that. And you're going to notice right away that he's gone forge first, and he basically stopped building workers at about 11. So he is getting some workers back out now, but really not going to be doing. There goes the pylon there. Not really doing anything with this probe as of yet, and right now I haven't scouted this yet. I'm pretty sure, as of right now, I do not know about this. No, I do not. However, I see that probe wandering around. He came out of the corner, so in a few seconds here, I'm going to scout up. With just basically taking a random probe. I'm going to scout up, and I'm going to see that the first cannon warping in here in a couple of seconds. Come on, when do I send that probe? When do I send that probe? I thought I sent it a lot faster than that. I don't know about that yet. There I go. Okay, so I must have saw it already. So I take about 6 probes off the line, plus I have a zealot coming in right away. I don't try to go nuts. You know, you're gonna lose some probes to a cannon rush. That's just a fact of life. But now that I've got a zealot out, I can pretty much handle this. A couple of probes left here. I'm gonna eventually take out his probe. Right about no, he's gonna come back and try to take me out. He's hitting my zealot. I don't know why. I pull a few more probes off the line, and I've basically at this point shut this cannon rush down. I'm going to take that cannon out before it does anything, send these probes back to work, and I'm going to work on that pylon. Meanwhile, back at his base, he is now way behind, and believe it or not, I'm going to hide my own pylon in his base. And, you know, basically, you know, eye for an eye kind of thing here. I'm going to hide my own pylon, and I'm going to play some games a little bit later with him. So he's going to throw down his gateway very, very late, as well as do a little bit of a cannon in his mineral line. You know, his economy is not great. Mine technically isn't great either. I did lose some probes to the cannon rush, and that will happen. But I also have some gas in the bank I could probably use to take these guys out of gas and put them back on minerals. But I'm also throwing down my cyber core, and one distinct advantage that I have is I have some attacking units. And once again, this hidden pylon in his base. I do end up pulling that probe out of there because it's not like I'm going to cannon rush him in response to his cannon rush. I'm actually going to build standard, throwing down another gateway here. Still on 1 gas because it's really all I need. Keeping the pylons rolling. I'm keeping the workers flowing. I'm going to be getting a mothership core here in a second, and I should be getting out some stalkers. And eventually, yeah, I've got my warp gate on the way. I'm going to move out once my mothership core does pop. See, I got my mothership core on the way now. And he is basically trying to macro up as quickly as possible, getting his own cyber core and 2 gateways. Hasn't gone for any upgrades. He really can't afford it. He's got double gas right now, which really is not going to help him all that much. So here comes my mothership core, and I do believe I take these few units and I do move up to his front, as well as wait for my warp gates to finish. And for some reason I've got 4 probes queued there. Don't know why. I also throw out a Stargate. So, just in case this game actually does even up and we, kind of are on even footing, which, technically speaking, we could be, but, I mean, if you look at the supply counts, and for whatever dumbass reason I don't have that on, there we go. If you look at the supply counts, I'm ahead by almost 10 supply. I've got attacking units, he doesn't. I've got a Mothership Core, 3 Zealots. I've got a Stalker on the way, my Warp Gate is done. I should be turning these over pretty soon here. And then one thing I'm going to do, if you haven't figured it out already, is I'm going to start doing some warp-ins to his main. And I've also got my Stargate done. And these warp gates are now complete. I'm actually going to bring out an Oracle here, just kind of to add insult to injury. I'm going to fly this up around the top and basically gut the crap out of his mineral line. In the meantime, my Zealots are going to intercept that Stalker. Basically pick that off, no problem. Oops, wrong button. And I'm going to just kind of move into his line here. My Zealots are going to take out that Stalker, that other Stalker, and that Cannon. I do throw down the Time Warp just to slow everything down in there. Zealot does fall, and but at the same time I've got Stalkers being warped into his main. So I do basically just, start to take out everything he has. The only one big mistake of his, and I credit this to him being a Bronze League player, or whatever league player he is, he has one pylon powering 6 buildings, and taking that out, those buildings are now useless. So my Oracle is now going to fly in. He did build another Mothership Core, which I'm not sure why he did that. That really doesn't help him at all right now. But my Oracle is going to come in here and basically get, about a dozen or so kills before it runs out of energy. 13, 14, 15. Let me get up to an Executor. Yep, there we go, an Executor Oracle. Awesome. So, if I'm not mistaken, he kind of is a bit of a sore loser about this. I am going to back this attack up with an expansion. Don't really need to, because obviously I've won the game at this point, but I'm also trying to work on fundamentals. I'm also building a Void Ray here for no real reason whatsoever. And I'm actually scouting around with this Oracle a little bit to see if he has a hidden base somewhere, because at this point I'm kind of suspicious of why he hasn't left the game. But as soon as I blow this Nexus up, I'm going to realize he doesn't have any other bases. And he just kind of sticks around and waits for me to kill him off, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I do offensively GG, just because you cannon rush me, I'm going to be a dick to you. So I kill off all his buildings, and that generally is it. So, yeah, that's how you hold off a cannon rush, basically. And that's how you turn it around and win the game. Nothing too crazy about it. I mean, I know I used to lose to cannon rushes a lot. And the main reason why is because I would overreact. I'd pull my entire mineral line off. I would try to focus down the pylon. When in a lot of cases, that's not the best way to go. You should focus down the cannons themselves, because the cannon is a lot more fragile than the pylon. And oftentimes you can kill that off before it even finishes warping in, before you can kill a pylon off. But anyway, I'm in no position to really teach people how to play this game, but as you know, at the end of the day, I'm still learning, and trying to get better as as every game I play. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope to bring you more soon. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.